United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Normally do that.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Meeting to order. Regular City Council meeting, October 20th, 2025, at 6 p.m. We'll do citizens' comments. And I have Jason Boyd.
I'd like to hand out
Absolutely.
some information.
My name is Jason Boyd. I'm a retired educator from this community. I still live in the city limits, and I still love Hawkins, America. And most certainly, if you're looking at that on camera, it probably has 15 pounds, so just be aware of that. See that. Okay, I've gathered, I'm gonna go ahead and read this. It's just a memo of the subject. As a fellow citizen of this community, which I love Hawkins, America, I've reached out and obtained some information that could be helpful with one of our issues with the water crossing under the railroad in this community. Number one, potential request for proposal from multi-engineering firms. I understand that KSA has been recently, KSA has been our people for many years, purchased by Pate Dawson, and I think that could we potentially look for another engineering firm with a better solution. I also need to thank Miss Mandy and Mike for helping me gather some information. They were great assets to me on this part. Also, I looked at potentially calling Union Pacific. Called Union Pacific today and talked to somebody at this number, potentially actually running a line through an existing culvert system that's down in the south, in the low end there, about 250 meters east of the crossing. There's a culvert, 36 inches in diameter, and if you ran a 14-inch casing through that, you'd only block approximately 15% of the water, and maybe that could potentially, again, 15% would be blocked. There's the math behind it. Cubic inches, 1,017, if it was maxed out, you reduce it to 153 cubic inches. Anyway, that culvert is there underneath the tracks, and Union Pacific will be glad to talk to anybody from the city or anybody in a position of authority. They quit talking to me after that. Potential reduction in scope of the project. If that water line damage is only underneath the railroad, then could we potentially reconnect on the Texas highway side? I know there's an easement there for that, and actually shorten the bore system, which could also potentially be a massive savings. Companies looking to bid on this project that's coming up, and most certainly I know we got to take care of some business here in our city. There's a few websites, and again, are you paid? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And one of the things they said that most people are using this website. This is a website that I'm assuming that y'all would put that data on SIF staff.
SIFCAS.
Thank you for that. Yes, that would be obviously a place that they would look. There's newspapers, supply houses, and potentially word of mouth. In East Texas, I actually called about 9 or 10 companies, and some of them most certainly did not. That's not their strength is boring, but there's obviously 4 companies here that were fairly close, and they all look forward to potentially bidding when the bidding process opens officially. So hopefully, but again, a couple of them are on that website. One of them did not use that website, but most certainly, I guess the data will be in the newspapers, and then potentially could we even reach out to somebody in the city to get the bidding prospects when all this is finished up. Assume that's true, because y'all can't answer any questions from me. Thank y'all for your time. Thank you for what you do, and let's make our community a little bit better place to be and live.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Exactly 3 minutes.
I knew
Did you
it.
practice that?
I did. I'm practice one.
Did you practice that?
Thank you.
All right. Chuck, Ricos.
I elect to reserve my time for the item under discussion. So I'll pass.
All right, so it says pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.007, members of the public may speak on an agenda item during the public communication section of the meeting or at the time the agenda item is called for discussion by the mayor. Speakers shall be given 3 minutes to speak, and I have chosen that we are all, everyone that signs up to speak can speak at the beginning of the meeting, or we move forward.
That's not what everybody
That's
gets from
not
that.
what the law says.
Says you can either speak at the beginning or on the item you're come to speak about.
Correct. And since I run the meetings, I'm asking that everyone that has a citizen's comment, please comment now, and then we can get on with our city business.
That's not the way the law is, and I don't agree to that.
Again, I mean, you may speak, but that is the way this meeting is going to be run.
Well, can I make a comment?
When that item is called, not when she decides that we're gonna talk before the item's even called.
Well, disrupting the meeting already.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Hey, can we please stop?
Per 551.007, Tina Mill stated that we need to operate by these laws on these meetings, we need to go by this.
I agree.
But you're not.
It is my choice to.
No.
No, it is not your choice, it is the law.
You can't change the law.
And I'm definitely not going to sit here and argue.
And what's wrong,
Let's
what's wrong
move on.
with speaking when that item comes up? I'm just asking, what's wrong with speaking when that
I
item
like doing it that way, where we can get speakers. I think it's easier for the council, you hear everyone, and then we go to city business. I don't understand what the big deal is, like why,
Well, the big deal is I'm trying to say, since I'm up here sitting at this table with everybody else, I would like to at least make it clear that I want to observe this law and go by the way this law is correct and by the way the state says we should do it, but,
And I agree.
that's what we're doing.
so can I make a motion?
No, it's not on the agenda.
It is on the agenda.
That is not an
Item 2 is on the,
action item.
well, can I make a motion anyway?
No, there's nothing to make a motion for.
I would like to make a motion that we operate
You
by
can
the
put
state
it on
law.
the next agenda.
It's on the right now. It's on, and it's on every one of these agendas. Why can't we just go by the law, please? I'm just asking.
You need to learn the law.
I have an
Mike,
AG.
you got one of these
Hey.
copies right here, sir?
Sure
Yeah.
do.
We're not gonna disturb
Well, I'm not. He's
the
disturbing.
meeting. We're not going
Calm
to,
him down.
okay, so then we're not going to engage.
Okay.
So, there is the AG opinion that the mayor is running the meeting. That is my job. And so, that's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and battle law when we can just,
Go by opinion.
Well, you can make
this
up
is the
your
way it's
own
going
law.
to be done. Regarding the public's right to address the body under this section, including rules that limit the total amount of time that a member of the public may address the body on a given item. This subsection applies only if a government body does not use simultaneous translation equipment in the manner that limits, the amount of time that a member of the public may address the government body. Body may not prohibit public criticism. Body includes criticism of attack, mission, policy, procedures, program, or service. Section does not apply to public criticism.
Point of order.
So, I am looking at the authority of governmental bodies, subsection 551.007 of the government code to regulate public comment sessions during open meetings. This Texas legislature recently added section 551.007 to the government code, requiring certain government bodies, including a county commissioner court, to permit public comment on an item, the agenda for an open meeting. 55107, you ask whether section 55107 permits a county to hold one public comment, period, at the beginning of the open meeting address, all agenda items, or instead whether section 551.007 requires the county to hold separate public comments, period, immediately before each agenda item. A governmental body shall allow each member of the public who desires to address the body regarding an item on the agenda for an open meeting of the body to address the body regarding the item at the meeting before or during the body's consideration of the item. That is my choice, before or during.
No, it says you're allowed
No.
to before or
statute-
during.
Or during, that's
statutes-
for the speaker.
The statute, hey,
You can't have public criticism, I heard you read that.
the statute's plain text allows the county to determine whether the opportunity for public comment will occur either before or during the body's discussion of an agenda item. Moreover, if the county determines the opportunity will occur prior to the consideration of an agenda item, the text does not require that the public comment occur immediately adjacent to the discussion of the item or to that. A government body may adopt reasonable rules. The public rights to address the body under the section. So let's see, the summary is Government Code subsection 551.007 requires certain governmental bodies to permit public comment on an item on the agenda for an open meeting either before or during the body's consideration of the item. A government body may satisfy subsection 551.007 requirements by holding a single public comment period at the beginning of an open meeting to address all items on the agenda. Government Code subsection 551.007 authorizes the government body subsection to its provisions to adopt reasonable rules regarding the public's right to address the body, including the time limitations. Pursuant to subsection 551.007, a government body a government body may adopt a rule capping the total amount of time a member of the public has to address, and that's just talking about the 3-minute rule that you can go over if I see fit. So I feel like I have done plenty of my homework.
That's the key point, Mayor, is that the governing body can set the procedures, but they must ask that it be placed on an agenda later.
No, and that's already been done. So,
It's the Attorney General's ruling,
yes,
yeah.
I
And
gotcha.
it says a council member or official can make a statement of specific factual information. You can't make
council
a
member.
motion and vote on it.
Right.
You're absolutely right. But the procedures of setting how the council works is reserved to the governing body, not to you individually.
This has already been done. That's what you
They can
don't
always
understand.
bring it up and change it.
Okay,
Yeah.
which can be on an agenda.
That-
It's
they
not
will
on the
place-
agenda
That's what I just said.
today.
They have to place it on a
Right.
future agenda.
So if you want to do it that way, you can put it on the agenda. Tonight, we're going to speak your 3 minutes here, now, and then let's just move on. I don't understand why that's such a big deal.
Tonight, you're absolutely correct.
Okay,
But it can be placed on a future agenda.
thank you.
Okay.
All right, then I'll speak on the agenda items for my 3 minutes now. I would like to discuss 10, 11, 12, and 13, and 14 on your agenda. Discuss consideration and possible action on master service agreement for engineering services with Pete Dawson Consulting Engineers, LLC. Well, you also got discussion, consideration, and possible action on work order with Pete Dawson Consulting Engineers LLC for water line, under the railroad crossing project. So you can't be an engineering firm and a contractor for the same project. So it's got to be bid because it's over $50,000. And so that is also a state law. So action on this item, or on these items tonight would be in contrary to the state law.
Where is that state law?
The state law,
Yeah. Where does it say that?
it says that in various places, ask your city attorney where
Well, I just
it
figured
is.
since you were coming to us with this information, you would have the state law.
Well, the purchasing requirements for cities is very complex, and that's why you need a lawyer to answer them.
Okay.
But it's covered under 252, 271, and chapter Texas Government Code, chapter 2233, or 53, 2254, 2269, and 2271. Now, if you would like, Your Honor, I would be happy to give you this so that you can proceed legally with this. And I have questions on, discuss and vote on removing the city secretary job description number 19. Serve as a municipal court clerk performing all duties as required by law. I've got questions about that item on the agenda. So what does that mean exactly? Discuss and vote on use of the purchase orders. I've got questions about that too.
Oh,
Well, that's
time's
why I
up.
thought it would be easier
all right.
to do it while the agenda item was open for discussion.
All right, let's see, Amy Pack.
No, Texas does not require a single state law for multiple bids on all services, but state and local laws require competitive bidding for specific types of purchases, particularly for government entities like counties and cities above certain thresholds. Those thresholds being, counties and cities generally must use competitive procurement for purchase of goods or services over a specific dollar amount, often over $50,000. Specific examples, water districts, for contracts over $25,000 but not more than $75,000, a water district board must solicit written competitive bids for at least 3 bidders. There you go. Now I'll start my 3 minutes. How is our search for a city attorney going? We got that yet?
Not well.
Not well. Well, how about the police department? We getting that line back out yet?
Yes.
Oh, we are? Are
Trying.
you going to give us an update on it?
No,
No? Well, we appreciate that.
there's nothing to update.
But you said there was something being done.
Moving forward, there's nothing to be
So
updated.
so nothing's being done. Okay. It's really getting irritating that I know up there at that community center on multiple occasions, you allowed and even encouraged citizen comments per agenda item. So that way things could be discussed as the item was brought up. Everyone can speak their piece on it. But now, all of a sudden, you have hindered and kept us to just blatant comments about whatever at the beginning of the meeting. I don't know if it's because you're hoping that things get lost during the meeting or whatever. But I don't understand why the change. But it's kind of irritating that you seem to just fly by your rules. You wanna sit here and Google stuff, but when we Google it, like the law last time, when we had it pulled up, nobody wanted to hear that, but yet you can take the time to do it when you want to. But when it's someone else, a constituent, that wants to prove a point and show you a partial, or a part of the law and read it verbatim, you don't let them do it, and I'm glad you think it's funny. Because it's not funny. It shows your lackadaisical attitude towards your position and your non-respect for your constituents. And that's a pretty sad, sad state.
Mayor Rushing, I didn't put my name on there. Is it still acceptable at this point to have a comment?
She's still got 20 seconds. A quick answer to no, sir. Just need to sign that piece of paper before the meeting's called. All right, discuss and vote on minutes from September 15, 2025.
No, number 3.
Discuss and vote on a building permit at 589 Raymer Street for a detached garage. Is that you?
It's just a garage for storing things and, I guess, cars. Nothing really.
I understand. I understand. I think I drove by. Is the address posted?
I think it's on the mailbox.
Okay. I thought, but I wasn't sure. Did anybody else have a chance to just swing by to see what it would look like or where it would be located?
My only question is, have all underground utilities been marked? The building will not be built on or near,
Should it be?
I beg your pardon,
It shouldn't be.
it's gonna be?
It shouldn't be on any water lines or electrical or anything like that.
So you have had them marked?
Not yet.
We need to make sure that you can't have any gas lines, oil lines going underneath the building. Building looks nice though. But we need to report on that because you don't want to take a chance that HBO's got too much lines running through Hawkins. I would suggest contacting HBO. Ben's one of the.
So you can dial 811 and they will send people out to mark your utilities, underground.
Just to make sure.
Is it near the house? I couldn't quite see like where it was
I
gonna
think
go.
we're putting it like 8 or 9 feet behind the house.
Behind the
And
house.
there's nothing,
Okay.
no other electrical or anything should be behind there, because we don't really have anything else back there.
The 811 process is very fast. They'll have you marked in a day or two.
Yeah.
Typically, the oil and gas company here will have you marked that day, the day of. So it'll be a quick process. Council and mayor, I make a move to for myself to consider and approve this contingent upon a one-call clearance. If the clearance is made and he makes notification to the city secretary, then he can, get a permit after that.
I'll second.
If the council's good with that.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Who seconded it? I'm sorry.
Eric?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, discuss and vote on minutes from September 15th, 2025 city council meeting.
I'll make a motion to, adopt and approve the minutes from September 15th.
I'll second.
All in favor? All right, it's everybody. So discuss and vote on minutes from September 25th, 2025, special city council meeting.
Yes.
There wasn't
Yes.
a,
Go ahead.
there wasn't a copy of the budget with this. I'm sorry, the September 25th.
The special city council
It's
meeting?
on the line, it's online.
I was gonna ask that.
Yes,
too.
it's online, and there's a copy at the courthouse and Quitman at the county clerk's office.
Ma'am, I need one. I
Well,
need
it's
one.
online.
I need one to study before, I need one to study, look at, to compare it with what was written down in the last meeting. But we can table this to the next month's meeting.
Let's see.
I make a motion to table this to the next month's meeting until we all have time to look at, what's typed in.
Second.
All in favor? Abstain? All right,
Okay, who made that motion to table it? Eric?
Eric?
And who seconded it?
Jackie?
Okay, and you're saying and Dan saying, okay. Are y'all?
No,
is that-
Danny voted for it.
Oh, you voted for all of it? Okay, all four of y'all voted for it, and there's a abstain from voting?
correct.
Okay.
Discuss and vote on departmental monthly reports for September 2025. I know. Discuss and vote on financial reports for September 2025.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Probably several,
Okay.
since I'm looking at this. We have, underground lines. There is a line item that we have a check detail on. What is the underground lines? It says new lines. Is that you? I don't know.
Her question is, in the departmental,
Right here.
monthly departmental financial
Underground
report,
utilities.
underground utilities, question.
Underground utilities?
Yeah,
Was
what
that
is,
check written?
yeah, a check written for.
The underground utilities where I buy supplies from.
Is what?
Where he purchases supplies.
Oh, okay. It says new lines, so that
Yeah,
is
some
supplies
supplies,
for new.
supplies for new lines, some supplies for repairs.
Okay. I wondered what that one was. And then we have a lot of triple H. Those are, line repairs, new lines, all of that, that's something, right?
Yeah, there's receipts for all of them.
Where they're going
Invoice.
in and everything. Okay.
I've reviewed the financial reports for September 25, and unless department heads would like to speak on any of the reports, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor? All right. Consider approval of interlocal agreement with city.
Hey, what about number 7?
We did 6 and 7
No,
together.
I thought we were doing 6 and 7 together. I'm sorry. That's fine.
We didn't, we didn't have one for fire department to speak.
They've been very, very busy. So, they're,
Are you gonna read, someone gonna read that off? The fire department one?
no, so we're consider approval of the departmental.
Monthly reports.
That's what we was just doing, we was doing 6 and 7 together.
I thought,
Okay.
I mean, we don't have to do it that way. Okay.
Because our financial reports.
All right, so discuss and vote the departmental monthly reports for September 2025. Sorry, I misheard Dan.
Are you gonna read off the library and fire since they're not here?
Norm's not here for library. Unless Mike wants to give the report for the city utilities, I make the motion to approve the departmental monthly reports.
Second.
All in favor? Everybody. Consider approval of interlocal agreement with the City of Hawkins and Wood County, Texas Fire Protection and Emergency Service for the fiscal year 25-26.
Any questions or concerns from the council regarding?
I would rather not vote on that without the fire department folks to be in here, either chief or.
It's just an interlocal agreement. It's just the interlocal agreement where they get that $44,513 that they get every year. Is what it is, it's an agreement that we,
Oh, they're paying for the.
yes, the
allotment.
44, yes, they get that $44,513 from the county. That's what this is for. And we have to approve it or they won't get it next
This
year.
is in order for us to retain our coverage from the county.
Did you make a motion?
No, I just wanted to see if anybody had any discussion first.
No, I
Okay, I'll make a motion. Jackie, you go
didn't. I'll
ahead.
second it.
Okay.
There you go.
More clear. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I second it.
No, you make the motion.
Well, I'll make the motion to approve it. How's that?
You have to
Sorry.
say it.
I'm sorry to let you.
You have to say it.
Got you, I got it. Dan and Jackie,
I
I got
will
it.
have to, anyway,
Okay, so you made the motion, she
for
said.
interlock, no.
Either way, it's fine.
Yes, for the number
Number
8. Yes, ma'am, I got you.
Okay. Sorry.
As long as the council is all clear,
Jackie made the motion. Dan Spence seconded. Who all is in favor?
yes, all in favor. Thank
So it's
you.
the other way around. Okay, I got it. Jackie made the motion, Dan seconded. You got it?
She did beat me.
Okay.
So just so everybody knows, she's just real.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh my gosh, I need to start yelling.
Consider approval of interlocal agreement with Wood County for ad valorem tax collection.
Any questions or concerns from the council regarding number 9?
No.
Nick, Meredith, y'all good down there?
I'm good.
I make a motion to agree and accept item number 9, considering the approval of interlogical agreement with Wood County for ad valorem tax collection.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I heard you that time. I always had to look over to see.
I'm sorry.
Discussion, consideration, and possible action on master services agreement for engineering service with Dawson Consulting Engineers LLC.
We're redoing the contract with KSA, which is merged with Papa Dawson. Our engineering service does all of our engineering, our permits, environmental, all that, so. And then we don't have to go out for bids for engineering services.
What was that last thing you said, Mike?
We don't have to go out for bids for engineering services.
One more time, please.
We do not have to go out for bids for engineering services.
For the consulting,
For the consulting, no, we do not.
You can't bid professional services under the law. Like an engineering service.
Under the law, you cannot
Bid for
bid for
professional services.
professional services.
You can't bid those. You can take into consideration proposals from 2 or 3 firms, which is not bidding it, and you can say which one you want as a council, but you can't formally bid it.
This engineering service has all of our information. They've been with the cities, and the city's been here. There's all of our mapping, all of our flows, all of our charts, everything. They do all my environmental work, all my permitting, deal with my labs.
With
They're very well educated about this.
very, very reputable history. Bob Dawson, not only with the city of Hawkins, but with many, many other municipalities. And with the duress that we're under with these projects, I make a motion to accept the consideration of possible action for a master's agreement with engineering services, Bob Dawson.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All.
Yep.
Discussion, consideration, and possible action on work order number 104537 with Pop Dawson Consulting Engineers LLC for Waterline Railroad Crossing Project.
And this is the work order to get the job started for the railroad line replacement.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to table this to the next meeting until we have time for the other companies to try and bid.
This ain't something we bid on. This is for the engineering service to draw up the plans and everything we need for to do the the water line on the railroad.
but wouldn't that come with whoever gets the contract?
No, it has to be engineered. This is our engineering service, has to engineer.
Already,
This
Hey.
approved
The
the
work-
engineering for
Work orders do not go out for
Discuss it.
bids. This is a work order for the engineering service to do the work for the job that will be bid out.
Mike's the head of that department. He is allowed to be speaking. If council has questions, you can ask questions.
Before this job would be bid out, they have to do the plans, the environmental, the permits, all that stuff has to be done. And then when all that's done, then the job is bid out. It's put on the bid board, the SIFCast, and newspapers, it's put out to everybody to bid on. But they draw it up for it to be bid on. There has to be specifications for the actual job. And this is a work order to do that.
Could you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
This is the work order to do the job to draw up the specifications for the actual job to be bid out.
So it'll get bid out.
Yes.
yet. Okay.
Yes. Here, these were their engineering services. Do you have any questions for that part of it?
Happy to.
So they basically create a roadmap that's approved by a team, not only one, but a team of engineers that's presented to both the municipality and the railroad commission. And it has to be approved by both before bids can take place from third parties that are actually gonna do the work itself. And again, with the duress we're under, I personally, as a council member, don't want to postpone or prolong the engineering services for this. So I make a motion to go ahead and accept the discussion with, Dawson again on item 11.
And I'll second it.
All in favor? Everybody? Discuss,
Mike, is that possible that might be done, how long do you think that's, what do you think?
It depends on the permitting for the railroad and for the state.
Do you have a time?
And then a timeline on the bidding process.
You know how it is, waiting on the state. Railroad's just the same, or worse.
We've been working on just the exploration of this since October.
all right. Discuss and vote on removing city secretary job description number 19, serve as the municipal court clerk, performing all duties as required by law.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to not remove her now until after.
I have too much going on, I can't do it right now. I have to do the election starting up and everything, I don't have time to do it.
Well, then, we need to get someone trained for that position.
Yeah, I don't do training for that position, you have to go to school for that, it's a week course I have to take, whoever the council hires.
I think you need to hold on until after we
I
get a city
can't,
attorney.
I don't have time to do it, that's what I'm
There,
doing.
my department, so I can speak to my department, which, Mandy, I haven't given you anything to do for the last 60 days.
Right, but I don't have time to do it, I'm
Yeah,
talking
I
about
know
now in
you
the
said
future,
that
because I have,
every time I wanted to be trained on something, you don't have time.
I
You
don't have time
time.
because I'm constantly
Well,
busy doing the city secretary
How
position.
did you have time doing these same functions when we had a police department writing
I didn't do
tickets?
them, I didn't,
Well, somebody
the
did,
tickets
and
already
they had
done.
time.
We
There
have-
wasn't no tickets written from April to, I only did it from February, there
Well,
wasn't
we
no
had
tickets written
someone there who
for
could do
April,
it.
Hey, guys,
so.
okay, so
Clearly,
clearly,
I don't have time to
Guys.
do it.
I can read you-
clearly,
Yeah.
clearly,
I heard you say something, I wasn't finished.
clearly, this is something that's been on the agenda. As head of the department, y'all could have had that conversation before we have it out
Well,
here in
since
the
I haven't
open.
had this conversation until I got the agenda,
Okay, so
okay?
then you need,
Secondly, if you have only one clerk in the state of Texas and you pull that clerk, even in title only, you effectively shut the court down, which will put you all in contempt of court.
okay,
Don't do it at this point.
what, the only thing I'm saying, I'm like, put all that to the side, the only thing I'm saying is being able to see what's on the agenda and then have that conversation. And that
I
way,
would certainly agree with you.
they
But
can have that
I agree with the
information.
councilman who said, do you have someone else to take her place? I'm
I
not
hear
loading,
you.
I'm not loading her wagon with anything, and there's another item on the agenda which will make it even easier for me to process things, so
I
I
hear
don't
you,
think it's necessary.
I hear you.
Okay, I make a motion that she keeps her position until, we have time to figure out about someone to, hire and interview to replace her. That, I'm making a motion that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm gonna not be in favor with that, and here's why. We can't afford to replace her.
Yep.
We have $0 to
Okay,
hire somebody
listen,
else for
I
it.
went all over this, Dan,
The
before
main
you.
thing that we need to be looking forward to for hiring is a police department.
That's correct.
Not
An
another,
attorney.
not an additional
Okay.
person.
Well, okay, we just vote on that, Dan.
Oh, no, I'm just
Okay.
speaking
But here's the
my
deal.
vote reasons.
The deal is we need to hold on to her for the time being until we can get us attorney and get a police chief and then let, you know, right now we need to hold on to her in that position. So we're just voting on it.
Yeah, I agree, I heard the vote.
He was just wanting to
Okay,
speak,
just-
just like you do sometimes.
Just want everybody to know
Just want to
why.
speak and know
Okay.
the
My
why.
place is where it's
Okay.
at.
All right. So, again, I'm gonna say all in favor, just because I didn't see everyone's hands nor hear
Okay,
everyone.
when we start the whole process over, so they agreed not to do it, right? They made a motion not to do it, okay, who made the motion?
I made the motion.
Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, Eric made the motion to not, okay.
Just for time being until we can,
And who seconded it? Nick seconded it?
Guys,
Okay, now, all in favor, okay, I'm on that point now,
we
okay.
can, you can set up applications to get somebody coming.
well,
in.
we're not gonna talk about that right now. Just make the decision, we'll move on.
You say that.
All right.
Then they, where's the motion?
Eric made the motion.
Right, I mean,
The second?
yes, it was me.
That was my question, is that I was wondering who seconded it.
It was me.
Mick seconded it,
Yes.
okay.
Excuse me, what was the motion, may I ask? What was the motion?
Eric, do you want
The,
to repeat
the,
yourself?
the motion was made to keep Mandy as the secretary and municipal clerk for now.
I'm not.
It's on item 12.
All right, so, Eric made the motion, Mick made the second. What were the votes? Jackie was yes,
Okay,
Yes.
Dan was a no,
wait a minute, Jackie, yes, okay, hold on. Jackie, yes, okay, Dan, no, okay.
and Meredith, I did not hear, okay, I didn't hear it. Just wanna make sure.
And then Eric was a yes, and,
Yes,
okay, and Nick was a yes, okay, I got it.
okay. Discuss and vote on implementing the use of purchase orders.
I want to say something about that. The email that was attached to that was an idea I had over a month ago during budget stress. And it wasn't meant to be shared, and it was taken out of context. So, unless anybody else wants to approve it, I'd like to make a motion of no action.
Okay.
Everybody knows.
Make a motion, what?
No action.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Uh,
All right.
And before we move on, I would like to say that I know that council member, council lady Meredith had all good intentions. We're under a severe budget and stress right now. So we want it to be known that her idea of the purchase orders was not to point fingers at any one department. I was involved in some of that conversation, as were some of the other council members, and we all know that it wasn't a matter of
Mistrust.
your department is not trustworthy and your department is not trustworthy, but the rest of them are okay. That was not, absolutely not the case. And I know I'm speaking for you, Meredith, but I'm just giving my take on what
It
I
was
saw.
an idea to
Right.
try to help save money, and I kind of failed getting that out there. But it wasn't meant to be shared beyond what
Right.
it was necessarily.
Okay. All right. Discuss and vote on Judge Mitch Henderson being able to download the court computer software on his personal laptop computer.
Anybody have any questions?
Isn't it a security risk?
This,
Pardon?
is it secure?
Yeah, what I'm asking is that I have basically a link to the main computer that is the court computer, not the city computer. I don't want any access to city information, that's happening in the city administration. The court computer, I need to look at it as what cases are there, who has pled what cases we have that are failure to appear, and if I have a case that someone wants to plead innocent, I want to be able to take my laptop into the court, open it up, pull that case up and say, all right, how do you plead, why? And I can hit a reference to a statute, which, you're very good example of saying, well, where is it in the law? And so people will ask that. And you want to be able to say, well, the Texas Transportation Code, section this, boom. So, now you can buy me a laptop, that's fine, but I'm just asking to be able to be mobile with it. And now, if it's any concerns, I look at it two ways. If you can't trust your judge, who can you trust?
It's not that we don't trust you,
All right,
Mr.
number two,
Mitch.
you can cut it off anytime the council says, we want the link, because I'll have to use an ID and a password to get in. So all you have to do is tell the mayor to call vertical, cut off this particular password and this particular ID, and I'm locked out.
So that program is secure in that computer, right?
Yes.
Well, we
it'd be my
can't
computer.
guarantee
I'm volunteering
that.
to use my computer. My laptop.
That wouldn't be 100% guaranteed.
So what would a laptop cost? for him, for a judge.
So, my question was, because Judge Henderson and I already spoke about it, and I asked questions because I want to know. I asked, would the laptop leave City Hall? And so, yes, because it's his personal computer. And then, I believe, the other question I asked was, we have a court computer here, and could that not be used? We could move it somewhere, and that could be something that he could use here. And then I'll let you answer those questions.
Here's the point of having a laptop. You're portable with it. So if I'm sitting at home and I've got 4 hours and I want to go through records from, I mean, we're talking about 600 to 900 tickets. I don't think I can do it here all the time. You know, it's just sort of ridiculous. So if I have 3 or 4 hours at the house and I want to look at who has failure to appear, who has violation of promise to appear, who has outstanding tickets and never even showed up, and then secondly, have we referred anything to the collection agency, which is free, you know, they take a percentage of the ticket. All sorts of data that I'd like to be able to access without having to pick up a full PC and lug it from room to room. And if I have a case, I don't want to lug it into the courtroom. You know,
So, where would you hold court here?
I guess in the chambers until you fix up the courtroom.
Okay, because I was thinking could we not do it in that room?
I guess
They did it
you
here
could.
before, prior to.
Yeah, I know
before they
that.
did it back here.
Yeah, I guess you could. You could handle it anywhere, you know, but it's.
Because I'm just thinking if we had that
It's
computer, we
preferable
could
that when you
put it in
hold-
that room.
Yes,
Two of those rooms.
it's preferable that when they'll teach you in judge school this, it's preferable that you have an appropriate setting, that people who come to court look to the judge as being official and a judge, and not just one of the boys sitting at the table with you, and then you get angry and want to stand up and pop him one. Because we're not going to have a bailiff there until you get a police department. So, you know, you got to sort of walk tender.
Yeah.
I'm too old to fight.
Well, and it's just, it's a circle though, because, you know, we gotta have a police department to write tickets so we can have court.
That's right.
And so,
We got plenty of tickets right now
okay,
that we need to process. I'll stay busy for the rest of the year just getting those things. If I got 5 or 10 a day telling people they have a show cause hearing, and I set the show cause hearing up on a Friday, you know, morning every week or whatever, that would be something that would occur. And that's what we have to, I can't just take secondhand information. You know, well, we got about so many, I've heard 3 or 4 numbers already, you know, so I want to verify for myself what is.
so have you not at all been in the I-3 vertical program?
Pardon?
Have you not been in the
No,
I-3
I
vertical
haven't, because
program?
Mandy hasn't had time to show me when I've asked.
Well, I mean, I go up there and just jump on the computer and, I
Well,
mean,
at her desk,
No, it's moved, I moved it.
I
I mean,
mean,
I have to move her physically out of the way.
But that's
No,
what I was
I
saying.
moved I moved the court computer, it's in the other room.
but that's what I was saying, is that we could move that
Well,
court
if I
computer.
thought it was a security issue, what am I gonna do with the court records? That's a security issue.
Well,
If I dismiss them, you got a record of them.
I make a
And
motion.
if somebody else has dismissed them, I got a record of them. And I
Right.
wanna know if there's a, like, I stumbled across the fact that I was told when I arrived here that the prior city attorney wanted all these tickets dismissed. Come to find out, I wrote her and asked for a motion to dismiss. That's the way it's done. Judges don't just dismiss tickets on their own. Well, guess what? She said, I never issued a motion to dismiss, and I won't give you one. Oh, wow. Well, in that case, they're not dismissed. Now, I have to convert them. I'm getting in the weeds here on the law. If you have a citation, you have 2 years it falls off the books. If the court converts it to a complaint, that's a formal complaint, it never falls off the books until it's disposed of. So instead of running against this 2-year wall, which we have so many tickets that might come due, and we forfeit revenue to the city, I've gotta get in there and convert them to complaints.
We only have less than, I counted, we have 300 cases that are less than 2 years old, that's it, 300 cases. And they're all, them are the ones that are closed that he's wanting to open back up.
Okay.
And I'm happy to
So
hear
we
it
don't have to
because-
have that
We have 8
conversation.
cases now
This is
that's
just
open.
purely on what's on the agenda.
Yeah.
We don't have to have that conversation
You
right
have to
now.
have a question.
Any questions?
Oh, I was still gonna ask about, technology fund or whatever that is, that we could buy a computer for him if it came to that.
Well, I would say what would be the expectation, like the laptop stays here 100% of the time?
It would get, well, when we get a police department and things are growing, he's gonna need this, and he would need to have that access to it.
No, I totally understand. I'm saying like, if the city purchases the laptop, does the laptop stay here?
Not if there's a laptop, I mean, a computer for here,
So then why do,
because it would be,
because he needs to take it with him?
right.
Okay.
What happens if it gets stolen?
It'd be cheaper.
Okay, so that's a good question.
Is it software on a program or is it a link to a website? I think that's what the confusion is.
It's a software program.
It's a software on the computer.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's linked to this computer, it has the records on it, according to vertical people.
Right, they said that it is a software program that gets put on, you have a VPN that gets put on that computer. And we have one that's here.
And his would link to it, from my understanding, if it's vertical.
No, it would be a separate VPN per computer.
That's right.
Yeah.
And like I say, it can be cut off at any time if there's a concern, or I'm not here, or I quit, or whatever, you can cut it off. And your auditor will look at it every year to make sure that there's no funny business. So, I mean, you're protected.
Yeah.
Randy,
Yes, sir.
are we operating under with a firewall protection, the city water, your
Yes, on
department?
this wall, there's a wall between my,
No, a digital firewall.
Yes.
Digital
yes, is there
firewall.
one on it, do you know, is there a digital firewall? Yes, there is.
Right, and if a computer is not on this internet, and it's, you know, at my house, for instance, and I link on some, I don't have a firewall at my house, so you're wide open to
So that's also what a VPN is for.
viruses.
VPN is also to keep it from being accessible to just anybody, because you have to have a login to the VPN to get into that.
At that point, does it turn into a firewall channel?
Yes,
It
Is
does.
that right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
That's definitely not this guy's wheelhouse.
yeah, 'cause I had to go through the VPN to log on for my work for dispatching,
Right.
and you have to log into it, and it connects you to a VPN that is strictly for that connection.
So your personal laptop, no issue, you're protected because,
Because you have logged into that VPN. Now, when he's not logged in, anything can happen, but once he tries to access it, he will be under that VPN protection.
awesome, that answers my
And
question.
I don't plan on putting anything on, I have multiple laptops. I ended up with a bunch. And I own several businesses, and when we retired, we got them in the house. The point is, I don't plan to have anything but the court software on that laptop, period. If I leave and you wanna buy it for $10, I'll sell it to you, and you can put that down, $10.
Well, all right, I make a motion for Judge Henderson to be able to download the court computer software on his personal laptop computer.
Second, all in favor?
All right?
Okay, everybody, who, the motion.
All yes, but the mayor says no.
Who said that?
Jackie Carey.
would that help out, get things working quicker?
Or,
Would that help out, get things working quicker?
you know, I can contact them, or I may need the mayor to contact them since she was last. I assume you signed a contract with them?
No, unfortunately, I was not in on that. That happened
Okay,
before me.
well,
That was way before.
I would make the contact as the judge if they say, well, you were shaky here because Deb's called us and we're not sure, then I'll ask you to call.
There's a work order on hold. That work order that you created is on hold. So if I need to call them and just say, go ahead and do it, that's fine. I can do that.
I make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
All in favor? Thank you very much for your service.
Okay.